Hey everyone, it's me, Mr. Macbeth, or my other pen name, Low Quality Soren. Uh, Today I'm gonna do a devlog of my Raveceiver weapons. Surely you saw my previous video, which is showing off my, the M1911 having a receiver or receiver 2 weapon mechanics. And yeah, and this is the updated one. So this one pretty much I'll cover some what's new in Raveceiver weapons or Raveceiver framework. Not really a framework. It's not like a mutator that handles all like weapon mechanics of that a specific weapon that has support with the mod. No, basically this is for like the scripts are only available for like the modders who uh if they put the whole stuff of receiver features into their gun, yeah, that would work. But not like I'm gonna explain why this doesn't really support all weapons. So yeah, so let's get our weapons. So basically, in the previous video, I showed that I have a Alchemy Arm Spectre integrated with the Ray Receiver weapon mechanics. Yep, this is it. Basically, if you don't know what Alchemy Arm Spectre is a Glock 1911, what I can say in short. Yeah, it's basically a mixture of Glock and 1911. It's basically the safest Glock in the market, they said. Yeah, it has like a manual safety and the grip safety, what the like safety features what does a M1911 have. So yeah, so here we got all new weapons. In the previous video, I only showed the M1911 and the Alchemy Arm Spectre. There are only two weapons around that time. But now I have the, two original weapons, which is the Alchemy Arm Spectre and the Colt Python, and weapons from Receiver and Receiver 2. So from Receiver, the Colt M1911, the Glock 17 with the aftermarket fire mode selector. Yeah, there is a normal variant of it. This one doesn't have a fire mode selector, but in the UI image it has. There's none of that. I was like trying to, I don't know. Hold on. I was like, this was hidden in my end in Blender, but I forgot to like hide it during the render. So yeah, I fucking failed that. But I might re-render the Glock 17 icon as well. And we have uh, the Smith & Wesson Model 10. Yep, there is revolvers now in the framework. It does support revolvers now, which is actually I can't believe I pulled it off. Which is eh. I should have told Python first. Why the fuck did I say that in the first place? Okay, so yeah, we have the guns from Receiver 2, the Beretta M9, the Colt Detective Special, um, Colt Single Action Arm, Desert Eagle, uh, High Point C9, and the Sig Sauer P226. Yep. Basically, this is not really done yet. My goal is basically I'm gonna add all weapons, some cut weapons from Receiver, possibly the the M4A1 and the AK-47, because if you're wondering why am I saying those guns, those rifles, there were supposed to be rifles in Receiver 2, but Wolfar Games never made it into the game, which is kind of like a bummer. But you can see the 3D models of those things in ArtStation. So there is like a few artists, a few 3D modelers who help Wolfar Games making models for Receiver 2. What I can name is probably Alexander Yartsev, uh, and also another guy, which is basically another Russian, yeah, that helped Wolfar Games model the guns. Yeah, you can you can check out Alexander Yartsev in our art station for you to see some guns from Receiver. And yeah, if I were to assume as well, according to his models, that some of the guns, example the 6-hour P226, supposed to have attachments. Like you can put a light. Is that a surefire? I'm sure the surefire is the sight. Yeah, there's like a attack light under the gun. Yeah, there's also the AK-47, which actually has an underbarrel grenade launcher, which yeah never made into the game. But there he also hold on, but there is also like a Fropy for the M4A1 and the AK-47. I don't know if that's Alexander Yartsev's model or probably because I just browsed on the Wolfar Games Discord to see some interesting cut content from Receiver. Yeah, and also I only mentioned the rifles. There is some cut handguns as well. One I can name is there is this one Ruger gun. I forgot its name. And another one is a Smith and Wesson Compact 40. Probably that's a Smith and Wesson MNP 40. That's what I can name on it. Yeah, that's the guns that I kind of know, but I'm gonna go over in my original as well. I have like a Smith and Wesson 500, if I got that right. And no, model 500, and also I have a HK USP. I'm gonna integrate that with the receiver mechanics for releasing it. And speaking of that, yes, I was testing the modability of this mod. Modders can make their own receiver guns, and thus, what's the upside that they don't need to learn animation. They just need to like learn, proper posing and other stuff. Yes, because these guns are procedurally animated. They didn't this doesn't use any call that traditional animation. This is different than uh, traditional animation. So yeah, that makes the modder's life more easier creating this gun, and thus they will have like in-depth gun mechanics. Not really in-depth because sometimes it may get buggy and shit. But at the moment I can't find any bugs, so yeah, that's a W for me. But later I'll encounter a bug that I whatever. So yeah, so let's get started. So let's get something basic. So let's get the Glock 17 with the aftermarket fire mode selector. I'm not gonna choose this because this is literally a Glock 17 without the fire mode selector. So just when I use that, just just think of it without the fire mode selector. Okay. Okay, so if you're wondering, this game mode, this is basically a crossover of Receiver and Ravenfield. That's my plan, and I'm still gonna add like some stuff. It's very heavily VIP, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna finish this, but who knows? Yeah, so basically, you see here, there's a mobile sentry. Yep, that is literally an enemy in this crossover. Yes, and also I'm gonna include some probably cut enemies from Receiver 2, the Leech bot and the Bomb bot, possibly if I have the motivation to. And yeah, and also I'm gonna add like some cut events that were from Receiver 2. As I said, if I'm motivational, I might add those events. Like there's like a gunship event in Receiver 2 that was cut, which is actually kind of a bummer. It looks fun, but yeah, there's some endings as well. But yeah, I'm not gonna put any endings in this shit. This is basically just endless. Um, yeah, that's it. Also, I might add as well the stalker bot from. Okay, that's a spoiler. Spoiler that a stalker bot from Receiver 2, in case if you haven't seen it yet. So yeah, I'm gonna try adding that there. And yeah, so let's get started. So we're just gonna start the game. Yeah, this is procedurally generated. It's not like linear and anything. So yeah, here we have a Glock 17. It has one in the chamber and stuff. And what's new in this framework that I added a random condition system. So basically, every time you spawn with the Raveceiver weapons, it gets like a random condition. Maybe once you draw it out in your when you go to your secondary slot, the magazine might be outside the gun. Yeah, the magazine might be outside the gun, which you need to put it in. Check if there's a one round in the chamber. Yeah, you should be mindful about that. Here, yes, the negligent discharge feature from Receiver when you every time you holster or unholster is here as well. So basically, tapping the backquote key. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, backquote is what shall I call that? Holster. Yeah. So backload the holster, and basically the load is just like that. So when you tap it, you're basically gonna shoot yourself, but there's a 1% of chance that you will not shoot yourself, which is basically, I just forgive the player to prevent, shooting his balls off accidentally. But that's just 1%. It's not really gonna save you. Yeah, so basically you can prevent that by turning on the safety or making sure that the gun isn't loaded at the first place. So let's just take that round. As you can see, you hear the Glock click. That means it fired. If there's a round in it, yes, it will fire surely. Okay, okay, we covered tape already. Damn. Yeah, speaking of tapes, we'll get to that later. So here, let's focus first on mechanics. As you can see, we have the features and receiver, which is going to be jolting, checking whether there's a round in the chamber, magazine and magazine in and magazine out, and dry fire system. Ravenfield doesn't have a dry fire system, which is kind of like a bummer. But this is like customly scripted, so I can script my own dry fire system. And we have this. We have a fire mode selector, which is basically changing the fire mode. So yeah. So here we cannot fire when we don't have a round in the chamber or we haven't racked yet. So here we'll continue to fire. Let's see. These casings, they aren't particle effects. These are basically game objects instantiated, treated as a particle effect. So basically, yeah, same goes when you rack your gun and you will drop a live round over there, which you can pick up just to make sure you have the base mutator with you. Yeah, there's a base mutator alongside with this pack that I just created, which allows you to configure the keybinds to your liking. Yeah, so now, since Glock doesn't have a safety, we're just gonna skip that. I mean, you're surely gonna argue with me that the Glock has a trigger safety. Sure, yes, I know, but it's not enough to save you from, you know, negligent, some negligent discharge. Basically, there is still some chance that safety you may accidentally, was trigger the you might pull the trigger too hard enough for you to to shoot yourself every time you holster. Yeah, that happens a lot when you try to holster and holster. Pretty much depends. Pretty much really depends from the user. So now let's get to these tapes. Sorry about that. So these tapes at the moment there are all of these are just fret echoes. Yeah, there is working fret echoes here in this mod, only for this mod. So basically, if you ever played Receiver 2, you basically know what this fret echoes do. They basically force the player to commit suicide. So basically, the only way to avoid that is by unloading their gun. You know, really unloading their entire gun, making sure that there's no round in the chamber before before the time is up for them to live. So yeah. Here, let's get started. I'm gonna put my mag out. Yeah, that's mag out, and no round in the chamber. There is no way, like, to hide the magazine because I didn't want to create a slot system because you don't even need that. It's kind of like more painful. I know it's cool, like, which you can drop magazines probably your pal. Yeah, we'll get to the multiplayer later. Okay, so let's just get to this. So yeah, let's take that tape. Ignore the
I'm sorry.
bad voice acting.
Such a
Oh my god.
disgrace
Yeah,
of a
this is me.
Ravenfield mother.
I cannot afford a voice actor, so
Well,
I just use myself as a
or
voice actor.
possibly the
And
worst of
yeah,
all.
just, I don't know, cope with horrible voice acting.
I'm so sorry that I can't make high quality
So as you can
mods.
see, yeah, it's a
I
working fret echo. This clock is now
I
facing in my
can't
face.
put any 100.5
So
frequency
basically, we put the mag
Parkinsons on
out.
my
As you can see,
weapons
there's
to give
have
hyper-realism to the
there's
players.
not much any actions the fret did to us
I'm I'm
because we don't
really
have the mag on.
sorry.
But if we have a mag in the gun,
I am now going to end all of this.
it will rack by itself if
If
there
you
is no
found my
round in the
body,
chamber. But if
it's
there
okay.
is, then it will just
Just
ignore
put it in the
that
trash.
state. Yeah.
Just where I belong.
So yeah,
Better yet,
we'll just have to wait
just
for this
cremate it.
horrible voice acting to end.
And don't let
To
everyone
fucking
know that I'm gone.
Let's just wait.
They don't deserve my attention.
There's also a shaking effect for this thing. Yeah, you cannot hear the click because I haven't racked the gun before doing the suicide thing. Please. There we go. My echoes ends. We can load this. Set. There we go. So, yeah. Oh, there's another tape. So, yeah. Hold on. Now, let me just demonstrate to you the, okay, hold on. Did I demonstrate the full auto mode? I guess I haven't, yeah. So here, let me just demonstrate to you the full auto. This is samurai. This is full auto. Yeah, there's some chance that you will jam your gun. So as you can see, we got the out of battery. We simply just press T when we encounter that. We have a stovepipe. Just rack the slide, and that's it. It's cleared, and we're empty. There is some chance that we'll encounter a double feed while going full auto, which is kind of like cool. I don't know. Yeah, then now this one is wrongly seated mag, which actually you cannot load anything to the gun. Yeah, you have to, you can either eject the magazine and put the mag back in and check out if it works. But for me, you can just press X. It's not really obvious, but you just tap your mag and that will fix it. Yeah, I might add a reaction because, it's not obvious because there's no reaction to the mag tap. So yeah. That's a complete mag tap without any jams. Let's see all this shit. These rounds actually vanish for a long time. Might see one by one of them vanishing. Let's see. It's like I shot them like fucking instantly. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, it will vanish eventually. Don't worry about it. It's not gonna eat all your frames and leave you in a 1.4 FPS. Yeah, there we go. There's all gone. So yeah, let's try. Let's okay, I guess we're never gonna encounter a double feed. So yeah, let's just ignore that. Yeah, this can handle 17 rounds and stuff. So yeah, let's now try. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you that this will kill me. I don't have any round in the chamber, but I have the mag in. And then when I listen to this,
Is no change in the plans. Get
see the frame echo is gonna
to
start any
the
second now.
rough.
You can also holster your gun, but it's gonna
There's no
unholster by
change
itself.
in the plans.
So there we go. It's gonna
Just
rack by itself.
get to the rough.
Yeah, but there is some
It
chance that yeah, yeah, the wrongly seated
save
mag
them,
can save you from the.
especially
Doesn't see
when you jump.
no no round has been loaded. So whatever the threat does now, they can't do anything because there's no round has been loaded because of the wrongly seated mag thing. So you have to tap the gun for it. So let's see. Yep, wrongly seated mag. There we go. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, we have a threat there. Perfect. My bad. Yeah. So this is pretty much it. So yeah, let's let me just demonstrate the negligent discharge. So basically, tapping the backload will cause you to shoot yourself. Then, yeah, there's some chance that you get saved by a wrongly seated mag to prevent loading a new mag. So in case in your next holster, you won't shoot yourself. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And also pretty much the conditions will be randomized this time. Yeah, the slide is locked. We have, I guess, there's no ammo counter. If I were to guess, this is probably 9 rounds. God damn it, I don't know. So yeah, we can just release the slide by pressing T. That's it. Yeah, and we're in full auto. Yeah, it's pretty much random. The conditions were random. Now let's get to the next gun. Basically, I'm gonna show probably let's see, the Beretta M9. show you the Beretta M9. This. Yep. I'm not gonna show all of them because it might get like longer. Just like how longer it is now. Hold on, let's see how long this video has been running. 20 minutes? Damn. Yeah, that's long. So yeah, we have a Beretta M9 here that was locked in the first place, and it has safety on. Which is actually, this is double action. Yes, there's a double action system now. You can basically just like, hold the left mouse button to let the trigger, cock the hammer for you. And you can press B to decock the hammer and turn on the manual safety. So this is it. Let's load our magazine. Let's load our gun. See? Yeah. Yeah. So, as I said, this is procedurally animated. And that means I cannot use any hands in Ravenfield. I cannot use Ravenfield's hands to support these weapons. I'm sure a lot of people gotta dislike it because, hands, realism. But no. Because Ravenfield doesn't support inverse, real-time inverse kinematics. I am, unable to have support for the hands. And pretty much, according to Wolfire Games, that they didn't add hands in Receiver because it's like, obstructing the player's view while operating the handgun. And I agree with them. So let's just say, what if the modder, like, here, what if the modder made, like, a shotgun and pretty much the reload is almost like covering the entire screen? I mean, you could say, like, just fix the pose. Yeah, you're right, but sometimes there is some, like, poses might get glitched out and might bug the hands out as well. Yeah, even if Ravenfield has inverse kinematics, it will still not, like, look fine. It will look surely buggy. So yeah. Now, what we're gonna show you is its features. So as you can see, we got the safety on. We cannot fire with it. Oh shit, now we can, so we have a hammer. We can cock it and we can decock it. Yeah. For faster, speed, you can just turn on the decocker in the gun if it has one. Yeah. So yeah, here. Let's just check out. Ah, yep. Let's just, Oh, fuck it, no. Yeah, he cannot fire anymore. There we go. Oh, that's, out of battery. Let's turn on the safety. Turn on it. So I guess you can hear that, that electric sound above. Yeah, that's a cut enemy from Receiver. Yeah, the first Receiver. There's supposed to be a moving sentry. Ah, fuck. Yeah, there's a moving sentry over there. But we'll just forget that for now. So yeah, here we have a random condition. We have, I don't know how many rounds are in there. I might fix the, Yeah, got the round in. Let's do this. Okay. So yeah, this gun has pretty much a decocker and other stuff. Let's just do a little bit of run with this gun. So as a decocker, a manual safety, that's pretty much it. Fuck, yeah, that's right, just kill me. Never mind, that's okay, now let's get to the next guns. Hold on, I'm just gonna do some stuff. Alright, I'm back. So now let's get to the next thing, which is basically the 6-hour P226 before we get to the High Plains, because that one has some different operations amongst the most of the guns here. I'm gonna show you later once we. So basically, this thing has a decocker. That's pretty much what I'm gonna show you. Yeah, it can hold like 10 rounds at a moment. I know I got it wrong. If I heard correctly, that the 6-hour P226 can handle 15 rounds, or you know, 15 rounds in a receiver. Yeah. So yeah, here we have the 6-hour P226. It has a decocker. That's pretty much it. And you won't be able to shoot yourself because you decock the hammer, and it might take like a little too long for the hammer to cock. And ow. And pretty much that's it in this gun. It's double action as well. There we go. Oh yeah, speaking of safety, every time you sprint and you try to shoot, you might shoot yourself. You will shoot yourself, yeah. You might. Yeah, you will surely shoot yourself while sprinting. Yeah, it's basically like shooting your toes and while sprinting, yeah, or leg. So that's pretty much it here. Now what's next I'm gonna show you is the High Point C9. Pretty much a short view of it. It can held 8 rounds. That's according to receiver. So yeah, we have the High Point C9. As you can see, we have that nice big model. We can load it. And basically, the only difference with this is basically when you have your mag out. So here, let me just rack the slide to see if we can hear any clicks. So when I got the mag out and try to fire, this will never fire. But when we have the mag in, it will fire. So basically, you hear that click, it will surely fire. Even though I put like a 1 round in there, I cannot fire it. But once I got it in, I can fire it. So pretty much the High Point C9 has like a 35% chance that I can jam. It's basically random. It's using RNG. It's very unpredictable. Oh, that's a... Oh shit, that's a mobile sentry. Okay. Yep. So yeah, this mobile sentries pick random locations. Basically like a concept. What if Wolfire Games managed to add the mobile sentry in the game? It doesn't chase you or anything. You can deflate the tires. I mean, if you did shoot the tires, it would just stop it until it can't move anymore. Ow. Basically, there we go. That's flat. Oh, fuck. It jammed. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, you can see those fucking... Because it was on first-person view. The layer of the rounds are choosing, using our first-person view, so yeah. That's a wrong suited mech? Okay, there we go. So, let me just... Ow! Okay, never mind. I'm not just gonna... Let's just straight up to the showcase of this gun. So yeah, this, as I said, it cannot fire with the mag out. But... Also, the... Hold on, but also... And the, safety also acts like a slide lock as well. So we have... When you press B, well, the slide isn't racked. As you can see, it acts like a normal safety. Like that. We cannot rack the slide or anything because it's locked by it. Yeah, we cannot shoot as well with it. This is actually good. Yeah, we can turn on the safety, do a quick holster and unholster, and we won't be able to shoot ourselves. But if we do, we will shoot ourselves, surely. So yeah, so here, as I said, the safety acts like a slide lock as well. Yeah, you can hold R and press B, and that will lock by its own. There you go. You cannot rack the slide or anything. All you have to do is just press B and to release it. There you go. So yeah, now let's get to the next thing, which is basically revolvers. So that's all different in the High Point C9. I just killed myself with a negligent discharge. I'm not gonna show off the Deagle, the M1911 because I already showed it. Stuff. Fuck, that is so bright. Time. Hold on. Yes. Oof. Hold on. Yeah, so let's get to the revolvers. Let's get to Smith& Wesson Model 10. You know, the classic receiver weapon. It's like the fucking first revolver of receiver. Hold on. So yeah, we have way more what's what's that? Revolvers here. We have the we have the Colt Detective Special in the Python. This one's original. That never made the appearance in receiver. So yeah, here we have the Colt Single Action Army. We surely know a lot about that, but I'll show that later because this one operates different as well. I'm not to, you know, this the Model 10 and the Detective Special operates the same. They're both double actions, but yeah. But the only difference with the Colt Detective Special and the Smith& Wesson Model 10 is that how their cylinder rotates. So basically, from what I heard, Smith& Wesson cylinders, cylinders rotate counterclockwise, which is actually cool. See there, it rotates counterclockwise. Though I don't know what happened, why that didn't rotate in the first place. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, we have a double action revolver. So like that. We can just, go single action or double action. That's it. And pretty much when we fired, we can see the rounds we use. So basically those rounds with their primers have a hole in it. That means they're used. So basically you can eject it by pressing B. So yeah, and also there's some chance like the rounds may refuse to get out, which is actually, I really intended because receiver does that. So you have to do more ejecting that for them to come out. There you go. And let's load by X. Yeah, and basically holstering and unholstering pretty much is useless now because, I don't know. It might get some use in Raveceiver, this game mode. But yeah. So here, we have a double action now, as I said. I guess that's pretty much it, what I'm gonna show you here. Yeah, also, yeah, I almost forgot. You can rotate the cylinder manually by yourself, which is actually I really intended to. Because, you cannot use your mouse wheel to rotate the cylinders, which is actually a bummer. Just like every receiver loves to do, but receiver player loves to do, but they cannot do it. Yeah, I'm sorry to strip that because Ravenfield, when you use the mouse wheel, it will just change your weapon. It's a quick change for weapon. So yeah. So I have to implement it by a keyboard. So it's like K to spin it to the left, right, L to spin it to the right. Yeah, can do it. Oh. Press it, huh? What? Did I fire? Yep. Yeah, also live rounds are like easier to eject because I mean the first time rounds, the rounds that have been used, they're easier to eject because they haven't been used. So yeah, speaking of that, yeah, let me just demonstrate the different echoes as well. So here, yeah, that rotates that way. Oops, fucking hell. Just play with this. So when we open our cylinder and we got our hammers closed, that will never work.
This community. I see nothing but weeds.
Yeah, ignore this bad voice acting. I'm pretty much cringing at it right now.
Some cool stuff.
That's because yeah, it can close the fucking cylinder by itself, which is basically you're unsafe. But it can count. But if you put like the round right next, like right in the chamber, like the main chamber, because it's gonna cock out afterwards. Just don't cock the hammer.
Kills me using my own body or thoughts or whatever that is.
So yeah.
I am so disappointed.
God damn it! Fucking
Angered.
hell! I'm just
This
talking
fucking
to this.
cursed
I hate
community.
this transcript I made for
If
this.
I got out of
So
here,
yeah, if you're wondering why the
I'm
fuck the
finding all of
threat
you.
echoes are like this, so
I'm
basically
going
this
to
is like my
gas all
own,
of you
you
and
know, this
mutilate
is like
every
receiver but
disgusting
in an
people
internet
whoever
community.
identifies
So
theirself
basically the threat gets to
for the sake
the
of our
Ravenfield
lineage.
community. It starts poisoning, every
You can
member's minds,
expect it.
infiltrating their dreams. The turret just pulled out. Yeah.
Goodbye, young
It's pretty
worthless
much,
piece of
I
shit.
depicted some random, what some Ravenfield community members, some of them are edgy, some are fucking pussy or whatever. I killed myself anyway. So yeah, let's get to the next gun. So basically, we're done with the Model 10. I'm just gonna show you now the Colt Single Action Army. So the Colt Single Action Army, oh, Jesus Christ, that was so bright. Okay, so Colt Single Action Army, as I said, operates different than the current revolvers. Interesting, huh? There we go. So as you can see here, we instead of a cylinder opening, we have the loading gate to be open. And also this has like a feature as well, like when you fall high you will shoot yourself. So let's just make sure we don't have a round in there. Oh yeah, we're not in half cock. So basically to half cock you just press T and that's it, and you will be able to rotate your cylinder. And to eject you press B. The only things that are gonna be eject is the one that was appearing here, this round here. Then press B, that will eject. Just press G to get the round up. There you go. Yeah, so it's up to you. You can load 6 shots. I'm going to show you what's the downside of that. So here, 6 shots. Cock the hammer, rest it. That's it. The only downside here is, I'm going to show you now. So basically, when you fall a little high, like this, there is this negligent discharge feature, which happens when your hammer is resting right next to a live primer. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So basically, we shouldn't try up again. That will not fire. It only works with the current. If the fucking current, if the bullet in right next to the firing pin is live, it will fire itself. So be mindful about that. I'm sure that a lot of you will be frustrated. I mean, it's pretty much true to life. When that happens to you, if you basically own like let's just say if you own a Colt Single Action Army or a Schofield and you put like a live round and you load them all 6. I mean, if you load them all 6 and then try to fucking tap the hammer, that will surely fire by itself. Just like a simple smack at the hammer, it's enough for it for like to fire that round without even cocking the hammer or triggering triggering pulling the trigger. Yeah. So pretty much to prevent this, yes, it supports the cowboy load technique here. So just unload them all bullets in here. Okay, that's unloaded. Let's pick that up. So we load the first chamber, skip the next one. We load the rest. There we go. And close the loading gate and cock the hammer. And that's it. You'll land right in the empty chamber. That's the current empty chamber that's shown here. Oh, what is that? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it on this. So basically, there's one more feature in this Colt Single Action Army, which is actually it allows you to fan the revolver. So basically, you can like shoot. So since we have like one empty chamber in here, we can just demonstrate you how it fires. It's a single action. I'm not doing fanning. There we go. Just half cock the hammer, unload them all. I know the reload time might take long, but hey, it works. Yeah, so here, let's load them all 6 so we can do a beautiful fanning in this revolver. So basically, you hold the left mouse button, your fire button, hold it and then rapidly, I mean don't like hold F and then release it, hold F again. Don't tap it because it will just, it will just half cock the hammer. Just actually you don't want to happen. Yeah, let's try that again. It's so beautiful. I don't know why I have managed to make a receiver framework for Ravenfield. You can just buy a receiver, but I don't know, probably because I'm a madman. So yeah, I mean, most of like Ravenfield, so most of the Ravenfield players I've shown this off to, they call this a gun safety framework. It's like they said, oh, this is like this mod is for like gateway for firearm safety, firearm ownership. I mean, yeah, pretty much that's pretty much what this receiver do. It's a game for firearm ownership. So yeah, here let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our 6 rounds. Yeah, tapping it will just cause it to like half cock the hammer. That's pretty much it. Yep, that's it. The most enjoying thing probably is the negligent discharge feature. Like this. Yeah, you will surely kill yourself a lot with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this gun. And that's all with this guns and Raveceiver. And they still need to be like polished. I'm not gonna release them yet. So yeah, hope you guys, you know, liked this new content I added in Raveceiver. Weapons, you know, just doing them for fun and stuff. Just like, you know, adding experiences myself alongside with programming. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.